this is my new random seed glitchless personal best of 17 minutes and 10 seconds, and I'll give you a bit of a breakdown of the run as it happens. And so I'll go into this instance. I see a shipwreck right in front of my face, so I'm just gonna go shipwreck first because it's faster, and I get 17 iron. Now I have two options here: either I can craft full tools and iron door, or I can craft full tools and shears, and I decided to craft shears because shears are OP, and you'll see I do make so much use out of the leaves I get. And also what else was like, oh yeah, of course, this the setup's a bit scuffed. Sorry if the recording's scuffed. I mean, it's a higher quality than before because I've got a new PC and I literally just set up wool like this morning. Like, this proves how overpowered multi-instance is. Like, I got a PB by like a really, even though it's only by a minute, you'll see how I choked it a bit in the end, and it's a really scuffed run in general, which is quite funny. But I'm really happy that I played this overworld here, and I'm really just able to like hard reset for like fast overworlds because I've just got the multi-instance and I get so many more overworlds, and it does kind of prove how powerful it is, and I have certainly noticed the difference, as well as just like computer speed, just like not having to wait for ages for loads. Like, it is a massive competitive advantage having like a better PC, so I'm glad now I have the advantage. But I know this enter's going to be pretty fast. I'm thinking this could actually sub 2, the magma ring right here. I don't think it does quite sub 2, but I don't know. But yeah, it's really nice being able to multi-instance, and I know the recording's a bit scuffed. That's just because I haven't it took me like, I had so many problems. I think it's probably because I'm using Windows 11, but I had a lot of problems setting up the multi-instance wall, so I basically haven't set up the OBS, and I'm still not quite using the wall properly, I don't think. I don't know though, but I've still not set up the OBS to work, but I'll do that afterwards. And so also follow my Twitch because I'm going to be streaming, try and beat this because it's pretty beatable, and maybe I can get like another PB today, so check that out. But I'm building my portal here. It's not going to be sub 2. I see that stone there, so I'm just going to place lava there, and you see I've got like a stack and a half of leaves, which is why I love using shears. People like don't use shears. Like, personally, if I have 10 iron, I'm crafting, I know you'll disagree with this, I'm crafting pickaxe, shovel and shears instead of axe and pickaxe, but that's just because I'm weird. I think, I've got a bastion that's quite far, so I'm thinking this isn't particularly great, I don't know, so it's that direction. I'm like, okay, cool, and basalts, I'm like, okay, shear's going to be useful. Not shit, sorry, the leaves are going to be useful, but I'm like on the edge and I see a fortress over there. That's why I stopped for a second, so I'm like, is that a fortress? That is a fortress. But I'm like, okay, I'm still going to head to this bastion rather than forcing fort first. Plus, they're both in like the same general direction. I'm going this way, and then I remember leaves. There's actually, I'm checking direction. It's like, okay, it's that way a bit. I remember mushrooms, because at first I thought, yeah, here I remember. Because at first I thought it might be fake, because I saw these like pigments here, but it's not fake. But yeah, I've not actually, as the time of this run, I haven't played RSG in like, not really since my last PB, I don't think. I don't know though. But, because kind of I knew I was going to purchase this PC, so it's like, what's the point in like grinding on one instance where I can wait till I have wool? And now I've got wool, now I'm going to grind, because I can quite easily sub 15. I don't know, for like a long-term goals, like get sub 13, or just generally get a run that like, it makes it feel like a respectable like top runner level run, because I feel like that's what I'm capable of, and now I've got no excuses. Now I've got this PC, so it's like, might as well do it. And also it's in 180p, which is cool, which means you can like watch it and not like burn your eyes, so that too. And also I'm going to try and learn like more strats and stuff. Unfortunately this one, well, I don't know if it was the recyclable, but I had 2 poles and 5 beds, so it's not the best conditions to 0. I was like, screw it, I'll just play 1 cycle here. Didn't really consider it for a second. I'm going to craft my bowls here because I'm doing fresh. I'm going to do right boomer route, and you do often take quite a bit of damage while doing that route, so craft myself some food, because why not? And I'll save the mutton fillet, so if I really need it, I do actually really need it. The fort is the other part that's around that's scuffed. I'm going to switch to my different stack of leaves, so I don't have to worry about that while I'm routing the bastion. I'm in bastion 4 minute. I know this can like sub 10 blind, because I know I know exactly where I'm going to my fortress, but unfortunately it's a pretty slow bastion, because Bridges is the worst bastion. If you disagree with that I have a video scientifically proving that coming out tomorrow maybe, I don't know. But so I'm just gonna grab this first gold block and craft helmet. Do I craft pickaxe here? I don't craft pickaxe. Why? I don't know. I suppose it's nice having this extra gold here because you can have like problems. I'm going to leave another spot in my inventory so I've got room for the gold block. I should do the parkour up here, but I don't know, I've not practiced bastions in a couple of weeks, so I just don't. I'm going to mine this thing here, and I'm able to do my right boomer route. Which is, it's a really not a fun route to do, and it's a slow route, but it's the best treasure route, so I'll do that. Managed to avoid taking damage here. I think, because I got hit back, I didn't notice that, and I placed my gold in the wrong place. And see, I get like negative gold blocks here. So, I'm really confused, because I'm like, why is this like bastion self-destructing itself? So like, what? But I'm like, wait, have I forgotten how to route bastion? This run's so scuffed, so I'm like not used to playing RSG. But again, the wall's just OP, and now I'm really going to like go for RSG, try and get like a really good time. I can certainly sub 15. That's something I feel like I should have had quite a while ago. And I know they're already done, so I go back quickly because I traded them 15 gold. Or actually maybe a bit more, I don't know. And then go here, get one more. And I realised that my subtitles were off because again I've just set up this instance and I had a few settings out. Why, I don't know, but it's fine. And I'll grab my crying obby. I decided to wait here for a trade. Didn't realise quite how long it was going to be for like a second or two time loss, just in case it was something good. Wasn't. Grab 6 obby. Thank God I grabbed it there. Otherwise, this run probably doesn't exist. The fact this run exists is kind of crazy. I go here. I'm like, okay, 8 pals. I think I saw 2 pal trades, so I assumed it was like more. And at this point, I'm like, 8 pals, bro. Why? Cringing. And then I'm gonna have to go get backup blocks. I know this runs. I'm like thinking I might reset here if I don't. I'm like, I'll mine 1 backup block. Well, I'll mine these 2, and if I don't get it here, I'm resetting. There's no block there because that's like what's it called? I don't know. That's RNG. So I'm just like, okay, screw that. And then I see another thing is I'm just going to block this off. Bit of a time loss. I don't know why I did that, but I'm weird. And then I'm just waiting for more pals, and if I don't get pals in this gold block, I'm probably just going to reset. And I get a string, and like, I'm thinking maybe I'll leave an 8, and then just get depressed when it's close blind. And I get, I think I've got 11, and I realised I doubled it over, so I've got 15, so I'm like, perfect. I'm not going to be able to pal around at all, and I have calculated. So I'm going to have to rely on hitting the blind, thankfully. We hit the blind! And then there's a very high chance that this run is... I'm thinking this could blind PB, because my blind PB is awful, it's like 10 minutes. And it's like just sub 10, but it's like a 9.5x or something. But I hate the run, and so... I really want to blind PB, and there's like 53,000 wither skeletons and barely a single blaze. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm just going to pull here, and I'm like, I hope of going over there, but I don't know why. Sometimes it feels like the pal sometimes like comes out the top of your hand, sometimes it comes out the bottom. So sometimes it just goes fast, sometimes it doesn't. And then I'm like, I don't know, I should have killed that blaze. See spawn, I'm like, 53 wither skeletons, no way I'm doing this. That skeleton knocks me back, I just barely hit the other guy. And then this skeleton like shoots me, hits me again here, I die. So I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? So I'm just going to eat my raw mutton, because that's the only food I've got left. And I see that spawner to my left, so I'm like, I'll just pile that, I don't want to deal with these guys. And then, I don't know where I'm going, but then I see those 2 blazes over here. So I'm like, okay, I'll kill these. And I believe I get 2 for 2 on these 2, which is sick. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's cool. And then I can head to my spawner, and I'm probably only going to leave on 6 rolls because I'm going to only have 12 pearls. So I'm just going to throw a pearl, and thankfully I throw a pretty good pearl. Nice block. And I'm just going to take those guys, don't aggro me, and I'm at the spawner 9 minutes, so it's actually pretty bad. If I had like, if all those wither skeletons up top were blazes, this could have been sub 10 blind, but oh well, you never get that lucky. And I'm thinking, I decide to hunger reset here, I think. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I forgot that like I have respawn anchors, and I was like, oh okay, I've got respawn anchors, so I can just do those. Because I was thinking like I'll portal back, hunger reset first, but then I realised I didn't have calculated. I don't know what was going through my head, but I decided to hunger reset here. I hear more blazes. I mean, I've just been playing like a ton of half-hardcore, so I'm totally fine with like killing these blazes without them mailing me. Like I'm not worried about that. So I've set my spawn, dig down 2. Just gonna die from full damage here because I don't have enough pearls. And bang, hunger reset. Splash myself with fire res, all the fire res I'm gonna need, and I can kill this blaze. And I'll kill another blaze. And I think I've got 3 rods. My rates I think slowed down a bit after the going for 2 for 2 of the first 2, but I should be out pretty soon. And yeah, this part of the runs, I guess it's fairly average. Again, I just get more good nethers because I'm playing with wool, so I guess that kind of makes sense. And see these blazes here, do I get 6 here? I don't think no, I don't get 6 here. That guy doesn't drop. This guy doesn't. I'm like, then I get like an insta spawn, I think. I don't really remember. But yeah, I've got plenty of videos coming out. I'm on half term, just finished exams, so I've got like a ton of time to do stuff. Though for now, I want to get like a really good RSGPP. Oh yeah, I've got Ninja Brain bots open. This is part of my Scuffed setup. It's because I've got I've forgotten to open Ninja Brain bot. I've got display catcher because my setup's all messed up. So then I mine this guy. I think about going to those guys, and I see, okay, more blaze spawns, fine. Do I get 2 for 2 from these 2? No, I don't think I do. So I'm on 5, I'm on 6 rods. These guys spawn in my face. I kill this guy. Don't know why. I could have killed the other guy, but I'm like, I'm just leaving on 6. Now res, okay, I need to go further this way to get to better blind cores. It's 5.2% to get within 400 block blind. I'm not going to go to perfect cores. I just want it to be a bit more in the ring. So I'll probably send it like here. Yeah, I check 8.5%. I'm like, okay, that's more than good enough. And I'm gonna blind. Obviously, I haven't calculated. I don't think I've only ever gone like once gone to PB with calculated. It's quite funny. I don't know why I rarely get calculated to work in a real run. I'm lying here 11:30, which I guess is okay pace. I don't remember what time I blinded in my last PB. Oh, I feel like it was like a late blind and I got like good distance, I'm pretty sure. I've thrown so many PBs, so it's quite funny. But I feel like this is obviously isn't my blind PB, but it's certainly PB pace for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this eye and do the sub-pixel adjustment, because why not? And to reduce my sensitivity, try and get a good one. From this first eye, it says that it's 300. Obviously, it's not very accurate because it's one eye. So I'm like, okay, this might be good. My YouTube is not functioning, so I cannot find out what time I blinded my previous PB. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, I'm still in my bastion at 11 minutes. Okay, yeah, did fort first, blinded at like 12:20. So yeah, this is a faster blind by like a minute. And I guess the post-blind split's pretty similar. So though I get like this, like you'll see what my distance is. So I throw, actually that one eye was actually pretty accurate, surprisingly enough. But I'm going to throw my second eye here. And then I nearly messed this up, but I've improved a lot with this. Again, I feel like playing Pogwell suddenly helped me improve quite a bit. And also, the fact I've got a much bigger monitor makes it much easier to do this stuff. And I've got a better mouse. It's just my whole setup's just way better, so all this stuff's a lot easier. And then what am I doing? I'm heading through this village. I'm going to grab, how many hay bales? 2 hay bales, because I might as well get some food while I'm here. So therefore I've got all the food I'm going to need. That's more than enough I'm going to need for the run. I give myself 9 in case I'm zero cycling, but I know I'm not zero cycling, so it doesn't matter. See, I'm setting up my pie chart for preemptive stronghold nav, because that's something I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to reduce my rend distance to 8, and my entity distance to 50, because that will help for the stuff. And then, I don't know, I feel like I get a boat at some point. I realise that's a good idea. Oh yeah, here I realise, okay, getting a boat's a good idea. I actually set my pie, but that's fine, just like undo that. And my cores are pretty close. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not sub 15 pace, but this is like, I'm thinking this is sub 17 pace, certainly PB pace by quite a bit. And this run, you'll see what happened. This run would have been sub 16. Well, not quite sub 16, but it would have been like 16 flat, but unfortunately not. So this run's now like 600th in the world. I want to get like top 100. I probably need like a sub 12 for that though, but I reckon I can do that, and I'm just going to dig down here. I need to get suffocated. Like, what on earth is going on? Digging down. Eat some bread, and I'm ready to do my preemptive navs when I enter the stronghold. And I enter stronghold, so 14-minute stronghold enter. That's certainly my PB. I've had some like ridiculously fast stronghold enters. I just cover this off because I'll just do preemptive in here. Don't want creep investing with me. I think it's, and then I see, okay, it's that way. I hear silverfishes, so I know it must be close, which is weird. You never ever hear silverfishes from like starter, so it must be like round, like in the circle basically, but pretty close to here. So then I'm just gonna let this guy come closer, light him up, let him blow up, let this guy blow up, and then I don't know. I decide I'm a bit lost because I'm thinking there's no way to the left. This silverfish is annoying me, so I'm gonna go this way. I get an extra pearl from here, which is cool, but might have meant like throwing around quite funny. So I'm like, where on earth? And I'm like, okay, down here. It must be down here. It's down here, and it's a 1-eye, which is perfect because that means I have 2 eyes left for the end. Although if it had been a 0-eye, it might have been PB, which is quite funny. Like PB by another for a minute more, it might be like 16 flat. So I'm entering my end here at 15 minutes. I forget that I don't have to pause for ages because I've got a good PC, which is pretty cool. So then the end line is pretty nice. I've got 5 beds, so I'm like, okay, everything is fine. What could go wrong? And the dragon's gonna go pretty quickly here. I'm surprisingly not nervous. Maybe it's just because I've like kind of changed setups. Maybe I'm like, okay, this is kind of a bit more expected. Pause the game for a minute. I think I'm like messaging people like, yo, I'm about to PB. Actually, yeah, I sent a message in my Discord. Go join my Discord. Pretty cool. Like, yo, about to PB. Unless the dragon trolls me for like 20 years. But I don't think the dragon trolls me for 20 years, which is pretty cool. And it's like, okay. Sure, it's about to go. And it goes. I should throw the pearl at this angle. I go a lower angle. I look at this Enderman. I could have probably made this perch. I don't know. I feel like I might have been able to make this perch. At this point I'm worried this Enderman's chasing me. Enderman doesn't get in the boat. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I can't get the boat back because it's covered in dragon's breath. This Enderman's going to kill me otherwise. So I craft another boat, because why not? Place my crafting table in that position, which you're going to see is going to be annoying for later. We'll make this dragon fly away, so I'll just axe it a bit, because why not? I'm looking around. That's quite fine. I didn't even notice I was doing that. And then I'm just like, okay, surely Enderman, get in the freaking boat. Comes there, doesn't get in the fucking boat. Get in the boat, round in circles again, and finally Enderman gets in this stupid boat. I type shit, but then I remember that if I press I, that will like reset one of my instances, and I think it does actually reset one of my instances, which is pretty funny. But then I'm like, okay, surely it goes again now. It's not going to go instantly, but it goes pretty fast. So I got really lucky getting like 2 patches this quickly. This is why I should use Zero Cycle. You don't have to worry about this stuff. I think it was Back Dragon. I don't know why I'm pausing here. Who knows? Then I do also have my I don't know. But yeah, this was overall a pretty cool run. I feel like... Oh, also, I've got a new skin. Look at that. It looks cool, doesn't it? I like it. It looks like a penguin, so it kind of makes sense. I somehow managed to eat all that bread. I'm not quite sure how, but it's all good. And I see, oh god, the dragon's going now. So I'm like, okay, I better sprint or I might not make this. Thankfully, that disappears, which makes it easy. And I'm like, okay, I'll make this. But I can't be on the right block because of my stupid crafting table, but it's fine. Because I'm just gonna... And easy personal best of 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this one will get verified unlike my last one because I was using auto reset, not atom. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. See ya.